Happy holidays and welcome to another Minute with the Voice. I'm Anthony Passarelli, the radio play-by-play announcer for the Santa Clara Broncos here in Orlando, Florida for the Orlando Classic. And I have the two Evans, Evan Drabik, the Santa Clara Broncos trainer, and Evan Van Becelaere, the director of strength and conditioning for the Broncos. And Santa Clara opened with a game against Tennessee and will be playing today in the second round against Rhode Island. And starting with you, Evan, how difficult is it and how do you get these players to be ready for a game the very next day?
Well, it can be difficult, and it is a change because they are used to getting rest right after a game. So a lot of times for me, after a game, a lot of the athletes will have some overuse injuries that get flared up. So I just try to check with them and try to make sure to kind of keep the surrounding musculature loose so that way they're not getting real tight later that night and later that day, so they're not having any increase in soreness.
And then turning to you, Evan Van Becelaere, how are you involved in getting these players ready to play up to 3 games in 4 days?
Right, yeah, it can be difficult, and what me and Evan do a good job of communicating on what each athlete needs, because what's important is that each individual athlete has a certain movement pattern that they assess, which helps them good for their sport as well as their position, so they tend to compensate to certain muscle groups, and those will become very tight, so we'll maybe do some trigger point massage on there, some stretching, anything that helps them just feel better so that they're ready to go for the next game.
Well, it certainly isn't an easy job, but the Santa Clara Broncos are lucky to have the two Evans here with them in Orlando, Florida. It's the Broncos in Rhode Island the day after Thanksgiving, and once again, thanks for spending a minute with the Voice on EYEBRONCO.
Jarvis Pugh bringing some energy to the floor to start the second half, rejecting Josh Richardson on the drive. And then on the other end, a nice play by Pugh going up, the wraparound pass to Jared Brownridge, who finishes for 2.
I'm blessed and thankful that I'm even able to attend this tournament and be down here for Thanksgiving, be with my teammates.